Here's part 2 of the Aoyue 8900 hot air station review. If you missed part 1, wasn't supposed to be a 2-part review, but they sent me an open box hot air station that was missing the pump shipping screw, so it destroyed itself in shipping. But I really want to give this thing a proper chance, a good review, so I'm going to go ahead and patch up the damages. And what happened is, when the pump broke free, it hit this header pin right here, if I can get this thing to focus. And let me see if I can point out to what the problem is here. Alright, so we have some torn foil from here to here. There's a trace that runs around the back side of the header, comes in through this side. It's supposed to pass through, but when the header got smashed, it tore the foil. I'm going to go ahead and patch it, put this thing back together, and give it a test run. One thing I wanted to mention before I put the lid back on, the hot and neutral come in through the socket here, and they're both switched through the switch. So when this thing is off, it is off. There's no worries of it mysteriously burning down your house in the middle of the night as long as it's shut off. So bravo for that. I'm glad to see that it is properly grounded too. They have a nice grounding lug going to the frame. I just wish they would put the switch on the front and not the back, because once you get it all mixed in with all of your other equipment and junk, you don't want to stand up and reach behind and knock stuff over to shut it off and on again, but oh well. Patched up and reassembled. Now for a quick check. Hey, that's a good sign. Alright. Well, I'm going to put it back together and give this thing a try. This model doesn't appear to have any memory functions to it when you shut it off. So say if I just go ahead and turn the air up to 100 or 99, put it in cool down mode. And when it gets to around 80 degrees C, I think it shuts off all the way. Okay, so if I turn it off, kill it all the way with the power switch in the back, and then turn it back on and start it, it goes back down to 35. It doesn't remember last settings. It's kind of annoying. The cheaper 858 over here, that has a memory function, so they may be able to make it work on those. It'd be nice if they can make it work on this one too. In this test, I'm going to monitor the wattage, the time on how long it takes to get to its max temperature, and then of course temperature here, and see this goes up to 480. I have both the pump and the temp maxed out right now, and everything is cold, so we're going to turn it on and see how long it takes to get to 480. And we can also get an idea on how accurate the display is. And we can see it is drawing about 900 watts. About 40 watts of that is the pump, and then in standby mode, just the circuitry draws about 3 watts. Getting close to the max. 500 degrees C, we are over. So that took about 35 seconds or so. I'm going to run the same test with the 858D style, the blower style hot air station. This is also starting from cold, has the same size tip, and we're going to do the same test. This station is supposed to go to 450 degrees C, and by the way, this is going to be reading in Fahrenheit, but it stops at around 400 degrees C, and that's probably part of the reason why I kind of struggle sometimes with some of the larger stuff. But I'm going to try to start both the hot air and the timer at the same time and get an idea on the wattage it pulls and how long it takes to get up to temp. And go. There we go. And again, the 858D is maxed out, both fan speed and temperature. We're drawing about 636 watts. And it's already starting to throttle itself back a little bit. It took about 22-ish seconds before it started throttling, and we are on, not quite at 400 yet. Gosh, we're only at, I'm trying to get a consistent reading here. 350. Oh, there was a quick 400. Well, kind of hard to get a steady reading for some reason on this one. But there you go. That'll give you an idea of the difference in temperature and power. Well, the 8900 definitely gets hot fast, which is good. It's just too bad that it doesn't have a memory feature that remembers your last setting when you turn it off and back on again. I think it's intended to be left on in the back and just to have the displays say off. But the problem I don't like about that is then you're at the mercy of the triac. If, say, you left this on during the night, if there was maybe a little lightning storm or maybe an inductive kickback from an appliance or something to trigger that triac to fail, triacs can fail in the closed position, so theoretically your heater could turn on by itself even without the pump if the switch in the back is left on. So now you just burned down your house. So I'm always going to make sure to kill the main power. But I guess besides that, it's not bad. Part of my frustration with finding a hot air station is there's such a wide spread. At the bottom end, you got your $30 858s, and on your extreme end, you have the $1,800 JBC, and there's really not much in the middle at all. You either got your Chinese stuff or your high-end name brand. You got your Wellers at $600, your Hackos at $850, JBC at $1,800, and those are all about 650 watts for the Weller, 670 watts for the Hacko, and 700 watts for the JBC, and that's what gives them their fast heat up, and that's just what helps them work so good, is because they're fairly high wattage. Whereas some of the Chinese generic 850 series knockoffs, some of those are only 250 watts, some go as high as 500. And then we have this thing here at 900 actual watts that's being kicked out. Well, not quite all 900. 850-ish actual hot air watts coming out of it, so it should work pretty good. I really would have liked something in the $300 range like the Quick brand, but they're not available in the United States. They're only available in 220 volts. So we're kind of stuck with the choices we have. So I'll let you decide for yourself if you think this unit's worth 150 bucks. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.